All
I
right.
got a question for DK. First off, okay, why the fuck would anyone trust you with information? Like, I don't get it.
Like what kind of information?
Well,
anything?
not. I mean, I understand some stuff doesn't really matter that much, but like some of the more sensitive stuff, like you're gonna cut this player or whatever. Like,
Well,
do you get that from other people from different teams that just know, or do you get it from the teams?
I would say on average, no. I'm hearing from a friend of a friend, and then I have to go and take that and ask someone else who would have no idea from the same person and confirm it, I guess. But that part of the job is honestly like I don't actually particularly enjoy it as much. It's more the stuff that I do that doesn't actually get published. That's what I enjoy doing. But I guess it's just like the reputation of people knowing that if like I get some piece of sensitive information, like anything personal, it's never something I would care to do. So maybe it's that because there is a lot. Like if I was just an asshole and like I really wanted to, there's a ton of people I could get like in a ton of trouble just from shit I've seen or whatever, be it at an event, after party, whatever. But like that's not what I'm interested in. And there's been a lot of firsthand scenarios where people are like, please don't say anything, and like I never have. So maybe that reputation gets around. I don't know.
Like whenever leaks would happen within my team, I would never blame the reporter or get mad at somebody. It was always like, all right, who the fuck talked? Who said
I don't know.
something?
I'm kind of the same way. It's just like if someone tells me something for no reason and I don't particularly friends with them, I don't really care if I tell someone else. But if Valens or Tim tells me something, I'll usually not say anything just because it's just one of those things where you have some sort of respect. I don't want to just go and be like I've known things in the past that I've that didn't happen that they said were going to happen, and then there's some things that I've known that were going to happen that did happen. So rosters always have little problems, and people need someone to vent to. So I'm a pretty decent person if I like you that I'm not going to say anything, but not everyone's like that. Like a lot of people like that prestige of just being able to tell someone like that they know this beforehand.
And the other thing is we all know who those players are in the scene too. Like when you're in the pro scene, you know who the guys with the big mouths are. Like there's just certain people you just don't tell shit to because they
will tell 20 people in an hour, dude.
Yeah, there's people who just love having all the fucking inside info and going around and telling all their other friends. Like, oh, it's just fucking so. Yeah, that shit always pissed me off.
But what do you guys think about the actual move of Alexi B for Sunny? Because I actually don't like it that much. Like, I know Sunny's better. Like, he's a great addition to the team, but I'm not a huge fan of cutting their color when their playstyle was really fucking unique. Like it was just.
Yeah, Alex, I know you have a ton of thoughts on this. So, like, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I would agree. I think their IGLing was not their problem. It was probably more. I think if I had to cut someone, it would have been X7. He kind of felt like he was hurt the most by the AUG nerf. He was definitely just a star performer for them last major because of the AUG, and that's probably why he overperformed even. And yeah, of course, that Sunny is going to be a better fragger than probably either of these two guys, but why would you take away your IGL? We've seen this time and time again, that sometimes just like an IGL removal is like the beginning of the downfall for a team.
Well, and the other thing is you don't know what kind of Sunny you're getting right now. Like he's been out for a long time. You don't know. And at the end of most sports, he wasn't playing very well. So you don't even know if this is even going to be an upgrade, like firepower wise. He could come in and just be performing like he was at the end of most sports. Like you don't know what kind of Sunny you're getting right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. We just haven't seen him in action for a while. So, I mean, some players come back with a nice resurgence here and there, but like, I mean, not playing officials for however many months now it's not always the most promising thing. Maybe he's been owning an FPL. I haven't been keeping track of EU FPL stats or anything.
He has a lot of hours, but I don't know about how he looks as far as form.
Yeah, you don't know how those hours are being used either.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going into an all-Finnish lineup, so maybe he'll be more motivated, like he's friends with them. So it could work out, but he could have dropped off a bit. I don't know. He's always been a weird player to me because he's really skilled, but he's really aggressive. So it's like, if his skill declines, he's going to not be as good. Like I know that sounds obvious, but like just the way he plays is skill reliant. So he's not the guy that's gonna play smarter and like use his grenade utility super well. He's a fragger. So like, yeah, a drop of skill will hurt him more than someone like glaive or something, like it's not Glaive's gonna use his mind to kill people through smokes, however the fuck he does that. But
no, I am interested to see like how well they do though, because I was surprised how much because they dominated their first game at this major so far, and I didn't expect them to with all this shit coming out, I didn't expect them to do well, but they got a 16-5 in their first game, so good for them, I guess. They're doing all right. I mean, it was against Avant-Garde, but still though, 16-5 that's a
but Finnish people are weird, dude. They don't have like emotions. They just kind of sit there, like they just they just sit there and play the game. Like they're one of the best comeback teams in my opinion. Like because when 12-3 and they'll just like 13-2 it or something, and you're just like, okay.
Yeah. Well, when I was told about the move, I asked a couple people like, is this legit? Like, would they just get rid of their end game leader like this? And people told me like, yeah, they're straight emotionless, cutthroat. Like they'll just cut the player, and it's nothing. Like they don't care about how he feels. Like they're just gonna take Sunny and move on with it. So
I'm just looking at the stats for Enns versus Avant-Garde, and Jamie has 16 deaths, dude.
Unreal.
Adren is less than him. You think he's pissed?
Yeah. They started a team-wide fight after the game. James slapping Adren in the face. Like, you do not have less deaths than me.
Actually, can we talk shit about a team right now? Like
Absolutely.
just shit talk them. Envy. All right. So these motherfuckers cut me, right? And when they cut me, I said, it doesn't matter who you replace. This team will always be bad without a major overhaul and actually getting good players. They just have not got any better. They've changed like every player on the team. They've qualified and got invited to like some random dream hacks where they also sucked at. So it's like, fuck them. All right. They cut me after like 2 months, and we got thrown into like 12 hours a day of playing MD. We had like 6 fucking Pro League matches a day. And they didn't listen to a word I said when I called strats. They second guessed everything. Nifty's some fucking god tier know it all. JDM fucking can't not have an op in his hand. And they just like literally, if you do not call a strat where JDM can go and get an op pick, he gets mad and you can't do it.
I've heard the same.
So
I've heard that from almost every team he's played for. That's like a thing that that's what he gets upset about. If he doesn't get to go for a pick every round he has an op, then he's like questioning the strat the whole time.
You gotta call the strat in the last 30 seconds of the round. Push for the whole
and then my favorite thing was like Nifty. He did this thing to me. So we were playing scrims, and I'd be like, "All right, let's force buy," and he'd be like, "Do you really think that's a good idea?" And like he would always say stuff like that. So then I started saying like, "Do you guys want to force buy here?" And then because like we have all these offers, and then we're playing a match, and I said, "Do you guys want to force buy?" And he goes, "Well, you're the caller," and I just wanted to strangle the dude. Like I was like, I'm just so glad they got nowhere. I'm just like so happy, and that's no hate to the org. It's mostly just the players. Like the org was fine. Like
no, it's true. I remember even before that minor that they played with Kerrigan, me and Corey were talking, we were watching, we were doing stuff, and he was telling me, he's like, I told them I wanted to play like this, and this. Let's see if they do that now that Kerrigan's here. Let's see if they do it. And then it goes into the game and they're playing exactly how Corey told me he wanted them to play beforehand. Dude, and he's like, see, they just listened to Kerrigan and look what happened. Like if they just listened to me, everything would have been fine.
People don't understand that. For one, I sucked. I'm not trying to say that like I was I wasn't doing badly, because I was. Individually, it was my worst like time, but they gave me like a month and a half, so it's like I don't know. I felt like it was too short of a time. If they want to cut me after 3 months or something, fair enough, whatever. But like I was more mad because they cut me so fast. But regardless of that, I would go over strats or setups, and they would just tell me if they're wrong, and they would be literally copied from Astralis. Like literally,
you have to say that. You have to say that.
I did. I would. Well, I would always say it after, because I don't like. I want to see if they're disagreeing with me because it's me or the strat. And we had this one thing on Dust 2 where it was like Astralis Fast Cat. We would do that, and then for one, we never died taking Cat. Like if the dude's there, he just dies instantly, because he's not really expecting 2 dudes to run full speed up Cat that quickly, especially since the mid guy can't really see anything because of the smoke, although he can kind of tell that you're going fast if he sees people running up. Anyways, so we would like take Cat, and then I remember I was calling the strat, and I wasn't calling it like every round or anything. I was just calling it sometimes. And then JDM was hitting me with like, well, why don't we just run a default? We get Cat control the same way, just slower. And I was like, because you can catch them off guard. You got cat in like 10 seconds, and then you literally they have to play knowing you have cat for the whole round, and they're playing long and retaking cat, and the opera's probably like car or like rail, and he's just like, yeah, I don't know, I don't agree, and we had like a 35-minute argument about this, and I honestly was just sitting there like, man, no one's backing me up. Nifty's saying nothing, and when Nifty's saying nothing, that means he agrees with me. He just doesn't want to go against Josh, because Nifty will 100% tell me if I'm wrong. Like he'll do his little condescending bitch voice where he's just like, well, I think it's pretty obvious that we, like, he always hits you with that kind of shit, like, well, it was pretty obvious that, like, it's like, shut the fuck up. Just say it normally. Just say, like, we could do this instead of adding some, like, little fucking trigger word in there. Anyways,
where was Drone on this side of the argument?
Just quiet. Cutler and him said no words ever. Just because they're afraid of getting cut the whole time, you know?
One more quick question.
Yep.
For Corey, how much is your grocery bill?
A lot. It's like maybe like 100.
Like how much you spend per month?
It depends on if I'm like dieting or bulking. But I would say,
let's say during a bulk, like during like a big eating month,
like $300 a week, maybe, of just food, and that's not like eating out or anything either. That's no protein powders. That's like literal food.
Include the sups, you know.
Oh my god.
Well, it's just meat, dude. Like, and it's Canada too. Like, it would probably be 200-ish if I lived in the US, to be fair. Like 200, 250, just because our dollar doesn't go as far and our food is just more expensive in general, especially if you don't want shitty quality food. Because, like, I don't know about you guys, but those frozen bags of chicken are not the same.
They ain't hitting.
They're not the same meat, dude. There's something wrong with them. But yeah, it's definitely a lot.
I remember Corey would roll up to events with like his like pharmacy of supplements. Like he would have like vitamin this to help with digestion, this like to help with like.
I have really shitty digestion because I got my gallbladder taken out. So like, high fats and high calories definitely like. I got to keep the gut healthy.
You going to events with meal preps already?
Yeah, he did sometimes. Yeah,
I took thermoses on the plane, dude. Bring my chicken or beef and rice
and like 2 giant water bottles too. He would always have a ton of water on the plane.
Oh, that guy at the gym, yeah. A giant gallon bottle.
All right, so this is going to be it for episode 7. DK, thank you so much for coming on, as always. Man. Guys, don't forget to go follow DK. Follow everybody in here. Thanks to Darian, producer, for doing all this stuff. He's the one who did all the recording, all the stuff you're seeing in the background right now in the VOD. He's the one who did all that. So huge ups to him. Make sure you go follow him on Twitter. It'll be down in the description. And thanks for watching the relaunch of the show. It'll be every week from now on. Saturdays, every week, it'll be coming on. So again, DK, thank you for coming on. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you for the next episode.